What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? I am going to be talking about sex addiction as well as celibacy on this episode, so stay tuned. Um, and I'm going to be getting into a little bit of detail. Let's go back to the ship. You see, essentially, what these archons did, what they are guilty of, is that they took something innocent and perverted it. Okay, once they put those prisons over our pure light, once they put those bodies, created those bodies, or you can't even really call it creation. They altered our soul energy and put prisons over them with these organs known as the penis and the vagina. Again, here is where I was in my original body. Okay. And we had sex immediately following being awakened from some sort of, I guess you can call it anesthesia. But we had sex immediately. Okay, whereas again before we had not had sex prior to this experience because we did not have physical bodies to have sex with. Okay, we were pure light, which sprung forth from the Creator, from the Supreme Being, from the Most High. Not even a mother and a father. We did not have that. We had the Mother, Father, which is the Supreme Being. Okay, these archons or these unseen dark forces took something that was not perverted. They took something that was innocent. They perverted it, then gave it a Bible and called it a sinner. This is how they have been able to harvest the energy. But aside from that, okay, we had sex immediately on that ship. And we were both turned the fuck out. Immediately. Okay? And then we descended down into the lifetime. You see, this is how they used him to get to me with that organ called the penis. Okay? Now, this organ slowly drove me absolutely out of my mind to the point where it caused an imbalance. To the point where it eventually got to the point where I would end lifetimes. And I'm going to get into that too, how I used to end the lifetimes and start a new lifetime. I would end the life and start a new lifetime, but chasing behind this individual. Even when it was clear that it was over between me and him. But thanks to that potion, or thanks to what happened back on the ship with that creature attaching itself to my counterpart. Okay? So once we descended down into the lifetime following that sex session on the ship, the sex was crazy. Starting with myself as this is goes beyond the celestial body. This was after the celestial body and after the mermaid. Starting with the ruler. The ruler / teacher. Because there's something about those lifetimes, again, that are converging for me. Okay? And we used to have, baby, fucking like cats and dogs. But there was something about some sort of sex magic that me and my counterpart used to do. There was sex magic performed where we would create these music notes that you could see floating around in the air. Okay? Eventually, this got to the point, the today's music industry is based on, okay, the sex magic or the sex sessions or those music notes that used to float, that we used to see floating in the air while we would have sex, as he was possessed by the demon y'all debateth. Okay. So we were both turned out, baby. I was turned out on the dick. I was turned out, and so was he on the motherfucking pussy. Okay, which is again how they turned us against each other, eventually leading me here into this body where I had to come into. I chose this body, but if I would not have chose this body, I would not have made it to this point. But aside from that, the fact that I'm in this body anyway, and my counterpart, especially after being addicted, this individual was not gonna go for that because of how much he loved some motherfucking pussy, which is what he has been distracted by this whole time while they've been doing all sorts of shit. Perhaps he does not know that this is going to have an effect on him as well. However, okay, which leads me to my next point about sex. This was about sex addiction. We were both clearly addicted to one another. Okay, but he wanted to go out and do other things, and especially after drinking that potion. You know, this led to me now, okay, my celibacy. Now, I could tell a little white lie and say that I have been celibate for 7 years, but I would be lying. I slipped up one time. Okay, so it's about 4. Okay, but I still say 7 because that one time was a slip up. It was a mistake. Yeah, I was real mad afterwards. Okay. And the importance of celibacy, or either having sex responsibly, and however here in this realm now, in this chaos, in this complete and utter chaos, okay, there's no such thing as having responsible sex because ain't nobody healing. Don't nobody know where they from or how they got here. So this is a motherfucking sex farm. A energy harvesting operation and a sex farm. Nothing more. I'm gonna be getting into within the next couple of videos, this as well, hyperdimensional human trafficking, and sex trafficking as well. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.